Yeah, this is Point Black coming in hardcore, coming off the floor, coming. We're giving it to you one more. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do this right. Get these things tight. So we coming with the facts to crack the back. We coming with the heat from the damn street. We coming with the floor straight to the barrio. You know what I'm saying? No more playing around. We've got to start putting our minds together to make sure we understand what it is we're dealing with. And we're beginning to see a lot of things beginning to unfold based on what has happened, how we got here, what has happened to get us here, and what has happened that now we were there and now we are here. So now we have to start paying attention to these things. You know what I'm saying? There's no time for the playing around. So, Point Black is coming with the facts to crack their back, the heat from the motherfucking street, and the flow from the barrio. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is PBNN, Point Black, National News, the late edition. It's a fact. So, now we're looking at some things. That's right. I need them up at night. Get it right. Down there. Here we go. Now we see the nursing home. I was looking at a joint that was going on, had a little debate going on, and it was about the nursing home incident. You know what I'm saying? And we see the nursing home administrators are saying he argued against Como orders to take in, I think it was 111 patients or more into the nursing home. You know what I'm saying? One of the, I think it was a nursing home administrator in New York reportedly sought to fight back against Cuomo's, you know, edit to place COVID-19 patients into the residential living faculties. But his voice was silenced. They shut him down so he would not say too much. Como said in this whole situation that he was following orders. Yeah, whose orders? Because the orders that you were following, we need to follow back and trace back to who was giving the orders and who are they personally, so we can see clearly who and what, and also their political and religious view. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a lot of Luciferians running around. More than one, not just one, but more than one long-term care faculties, you know what I'm saying, said that they weren't and was not on board with the plan. So there was some discrepancies going on here amongst their little clique and trick, as we see. You know what I mean? So we see now basically his whole shit falling apart. Because I said it in the beginning, I'll say it again. Como set us up. And he needs to be removed from office. Because he's been doing this for quite a long time. You see? So we've got to pay more attention to our political leaders and get involved. Because there is no way that administrators in New York had to fight to get his word out against the operation based on what Como was doing, by placing COVID-19 patients in residential living quarters. Now, They have their own opinion about that, and I'm not going to elaborate because I did that already. And if you're not listening to my lives and going back and checking out my lives, then that's on you. But I'm not going to keep repeating the same thing. You now have to pick up in code. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? So we see where there was something going on here that just not didn't look right, and it must have been prior before it even came to place to where we are now, and what has happened even prior based on what we saw as an action, as an action based on the whole thing that got us to this point. Now I see Rand Paul, you know what I'm saying, digging in Fauci. Mm-hmm. You get in Fauci line, but Grill Fauci on continue, I guess, mass. They had some kind of debate going on between him and Rand Paul about the mass situation that took place. You see what I'm saying? So it became an issue between the two, and a whole lot of haggling going on up there in the big house. You know what I'm saying? And what Rand Paul was trying to tell Fauci, you know what I'm saying, after treatment, you know what I'm saying, you know, what Fauci was trying to tell Rand Paul is after treatment, you know what I'm saying, the constant, Rand Paul is telling him the constant use of the mask even after you've been treated, you know what I'm saying, Fauci is saying virus is why we still need the mask, you know what I'm saying, and Fauci disagreed with Rand Paul, you know what I'm saying, but, you know, what makes him so sure is what we're trying to find out about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Why Mr. Fauci is so sure, ain't he? Saying that he was trying to say the existing antibodies are specific to a viral strain, and that those protection diminish in variants, which he said is still, you know what I'm saying, emerging around the world. But he used the word globe. Yeah, we know. We know why too. But Rand Paul asked the weasel, Fauci, if you have been immunized, but cited several studies that show reinfection is extremely rare. This is what Rand Paul was trying to tell Fauci. I'm saying, and Fauci responded by saying, no, it is not, you know what I'm saying, it is not far from where we are now. You see what I'm saying? And he argued, saying, you still can, you know, spread that virus. You know what I mean? Based on that, which I understand what he tried to say. You know what I'm saying? He said not. He disagrees with Rand Paul. Fauci argued, saying you can still he's saying you still can spread it to others who were not treated. Now I understand what he's saying, and I'll leave that argument and up to your decision in this live to make your own decision based on what they're arguing about. We're not there, and I'm just telling you what went on. Biden said, and Biden said and argued, you know what I'm saying, on the fact of the people, switching subject, a fact of people in the community. Biden is arguing, saying that community leaders will be better, preachers will be more, you know what I'm saying, I guess more influential than Trump in the effort to convince mega folks, I guess black folks, who are skeptical about the treatment. You know what I'm saying? Even I was looking at a joint where Mr. McCain, that passed away, rest in peace, Mr. McCain. Mr. McCain, I was looking at his daughter, and she was on, I guess, the Whoopi Goldberg show, and what she was telling Whoopi Goldberg was, I think her name is Megan McCain, told sellout Whoopi Goldberg that Biden needs to fire Anthony Fauci and replace him with someone who understands science. This is Megan McCain saying this. You know what I mean? About Anthony Fauci on the Whoopi Goldberg show. You know what I'm saying? And she do have a point. I agree with Megan. You know what I'm saying? Mr. McCain's daughter. You know what I'm saying? Former politician in a war hero. You know what I'm saying? In this matter. So I value her words based on what she said about Fauci, the weasel. The weasel. Now we see Mitch McConnell. Call Biden approach to the back, roll out a walk back. He also hinted Trump administration, deserves greater credit for the rollout, criticizing, the current, criticizing, I guess, Biden administration for their effort to sprint to the front of this year's long campaign, because to me, this is what it was all about in the situation, making us vote Demon Democrats for the next 47 years. We have to look at this. But the Democrats, tried to pad in, the latest COVID-19 relief package with measures. Now, I was looking at one of the situations even about the measure that was going on based on the relief package that Biden had signed and was putting out. You know what I'm saying? And in this package of relief, I noticed that there was a lot of things that was in the bill that was not mentioned. You see what I'm saying? In the relief bill. And they usually do a lot of that stupidness unbeknown to the American public. And then when you find out later on, what has went on, it is a fact of they using your tax money to do so. Because everybody seems to elect and forget. Mm-hmm. Now, what the Demon Democrats was trying to pad in the latest COVID-19 relief package with measures, you know what I'm saying? Switching into this one, what they were trying to switch into the measure that he signed was totally unrelated to the COVID virus pandemic situation and the relief that the money means. So the Democrats initially included in that same package a waiver that would have allowed Planned Parenthood to receive taxpayers' funds. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I guess it was through I guess he was trying to do it through the Paycheck Protection Program. Rand Paul, Republican of, I think Kentucky, announced that he forced the Demon Democrats to remove that measure. Hooray for Rand Paul. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Rand. Ran his ass up. And, he told the Demon Democrats to remove that measure and do not give any of the taxpayer money to Planned Parenthood. You know what I'm saying? That was started by Margaret Singer, a Ku Klux Klan member. You know what I'm saying? So we know, and she started eugenics and these different programs years ago that happened to sterilize a lot of women also. So we don't trust Planned Parenthood no more than we can see them. And they also was accused on Channel 12 News for doing a lot more crazy things than that. But we're not going to get into that. But he Rand Paul made him remove that measure. You know what I'm saying? And it was another shameless attempt. You know what I'm saying? And this is what Rand Paul was saying. It's another shameless attempt to fund their radical leftist agenda. You know what I'm saying? And we know what that is based on their bull and what they're doing. So, the Democrats, back down and they removed the bill. You know what I'm saying? Another under control depopulation policy, facts and point motherfucking black. And that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? So we got to pay attention to these underhanded games and slick tricks that they do play. You see what I'm saying? While we playing chicken in the field and worrying about being up in each other's business, you know what I mean? It must make me a superstar because they damn sure stay in my business. But at the same time, it doesn't bother me because if I'm not going to sit here and let nobody stop my truth. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm Sergeant in Arms. I said it before and I say it again. John Sherrill, point black. You know what I'm saying? So we've got to do better. This is important now for the future of the children and the babies. Now we say, see here, we got a joint going on. Yes, Como. You know what I'm saying? I agree, yes, Como, because there was protesting up there on Channel 12 News. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, yes, is right. Kuma needs to be removed. Kuma is a distraction, and he's causing shame, you know what I'm saying, and distrust in the government. To me, that should not be there. You know what I'm saying? He has angered the people. He has angered the people to protest. You know what I'm saying? His mishandling of the nursing homes to his bully shit. You know what I mean? To his bully shit. Like I said, if the man ain't guilty, then we clear the situation. But we know he is not, based on just the nursing home scandal alone. So we're looking at even what's going on with the females. You know what I mean? And he needs to keep his hands off of them. And a lot more other things he needed to straighten out riding on that boat like he riding out to that old crusader ship in the harbor. You know what I'm saying? So Como needs to wake up and smell the coffee. You know what I'm saying? Because even down to his bullying shit is not happening and he needs to be removed because he's a distraction in the political process right now. We've got way bigger issues than his cornball self. You know what I'm saying? And even that, like I said, down with his bully ways. You know what I mean? Has no place in our government. He is deep state and a mole in New York. So it's time for him to be removed. No more playing around. Like I said, he has angered the people to protest. That is unlikely and very shameful. Politics and our government showing that a man could be elected, right, into our government and bring his own agenda rather than handling the people's business and doing what he's supposed to do as if his position it gave him the power over us who elected him and basically paying his paycheck. You know what I'm saying? He must be removed. That's right. Number one, he must be removed. No one should be above the law. Number two, or able to be shielded behind the law. Number three, for his crimes, he is hiding behind the law, being shielded to being elected. You know what I'm saying? And he should not be hiding behind the shield for his crimes. His crimes should be upfront and everybody should know. He must go. You know what I'm saying? Because it goes well beyond his place. And this is why he must go. You know what I'm saying? It ain't have nothing to do personally. Now that we know what he has done, we are not here for that. It's business and it ain't personal. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, outlaws hide behind the law. You know what I'm saying? And wearing the badge so they can do to the people and the children whatever they want. For you have angered and will continue from here on out to anger the people. This must stop. This must stop. You know what I'm saying? There must be a cleaning of all the houses. We must open the floor and the doors as to what was and is and have been going on. Now that's facts and point motherfucking black. You dig? I don't follow these Luciferian fuckers. I'm sorry to say it. Because they come with a bunch of garbage and somebody told them that they rule the world. And you can tell by the minds of the people who live in certain societies and certain places the different things that they do and stuff end up happening due to the fact of their following or being taught by these people. You know what I'm saying? These leaders have covered up. You know what I'm saying? They have covered up a lot of things that should not be covered up. And they have also corrupt our government for a long time. Where, you know what I'm saying? Where under the table have been hidden from the people. You know what I'm saying? While they present their policies, their wicked policies, raining down on the innocent. While populations have suffered by these type of bills that they pass, as we see today. And we also had years ago the fact that they were saying that people were investing money in a lot of these politicians, filling their pockets to have special interest groups. You see? You see? You see? You know, and it could have even been a bunch of racism going on as well in the special interest groups because they want to be able to go up there and manipulate shit to happen their way instead of going up there and manipulate it based on the whole thing as a culture in a community. They have come into this world and come with garbage, and they continue to do so. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean. They must give back what they have stolen. Who you hear who you hear is saying these things is what we have to look at. You know what I'm saying? So they must give back what they have stolen. Because we have heard a lot of bullshit that has went on in our government that should not be there. Like I said, many have suffered by these type of bills as we see today. And you know what I mean. They must give back. You know what I'm saying? They must give back what they have stolen. You know what I'm saying? Who you have sold it to. So you must give back, you know what I'm saying, what you have stolen and to who you sold it to. You know what I'm saying? So we watching a lot of things that's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying who you have sold it to. That we are here. You know what I'm saying? The debt and the bailout. The debt and not the debt and not to be bailed out. Because you are the one who have done this and you must pay. By the blood of the innocent. You see? You see? So we're looking at this situation because they must give back what you have stolen. You know what I'm saying? You must give back what you have stolen. Who you have sold it to, return it. That we are here in this situation because of that. You know what I'm saying? We are here because of that. There is death that cannot and must not be allowed by the blood of the innocent. You get it? Unbeknown to the people. hmm hmm I see. I see. You see? The protesters is right when we look at the situation. The protesters are right when we look at the situation. You know, rich whites must stand for their crimes as the same for all. No one should be above the law. And this is what the rich think and do to other people. Coming with their guns, bombs, and ammunition. You see? So we gonna hit that. And Point Black is gonna come in with part two. Hold tight.